Today we're discussing commercial insurance versus flood insurance. Which one do you need, or do you really need both of them? So if you're a business owner, or if you're a real estate investor, stay tuned in this video to help avoid financial loss. Hello, my name is Chris Green, president and owner of the Flood Insurance Guru. And for the last 12 years, I've been helping people overcome the challenge of high flood insurance premiums after I bought a house in a flood zone where I was told premiums were going to be more than $3,000 a year when they should have been just under $300 a year. So let's talk about commercial insurance first. You see this building right here behind me, this large commercial building. These are things that would be covered under a commercial policy if you have the right policy in place. If you want to be matched up with a commercial insurance agent, you can click down in our description. We'd be happy to match you up with one across the country. But they're going to cover things like theft, burglary, fire is a common thing. Maybe even somebody falling with the liability portion of that policy. Generally, things that are not going to be covered are going to be flood insurance. Now, there are some exceptions where some companies are putting flood coverage on there now, but it's also usually very limited. So this is where flood insurance would kick in, because more than likely, it's not going to be covered by your commercial insurance policy. So if commercial covers that, what does flood cover? Flood only covers flood. And what we're talking about here, like you see here, the water here behind me, we're talking about generally 2 acres or 2 properties that are inundated with water. Surface water, that is, generally not groundwater. This is where flood insurance is going to kick in. So if you're a business owner, if you're a real estate investor, you really need commercial insurance and flood insurance. In fact, you probably need commercial flood insurance. It's going to give you more coverages for a building like this than your traditional residential policy, because the National Flood Insurance Program offers up to $250,000 in building coverage on a residential property. They offer up to $500,000 on a commercial policy. But as you can imagine, in 2023, that coverage doesn't go very far, which is where private flood insurance comes into play. You can provide a lot more coverages here on a commercial flood insurance policy to make sure that you have the right replacement cost on this building, which is just under $3 million. So as you can see, that $500,000 is not going to go very far if this building is more than 50% damaged. So that's the difference between commercial flood insurance and flood insurance. Which one do you need? Do you need them both? We always recommend carrying both of these because they cover different things generally. Just like you may need a liability policy, you may need a property policy. There are certain things in insurance that are going to be covered by certain things. You want to make sure you've got that blanket of coverage. So if you're ready to take the next steps to purchasing flood insurance on your commercial building, click down below in the description. It's 3 simple steps. Step 1, fill out the form on our website. Step 2, connect with our commercial flood specialist. And step 3, finalize that policy. If you want to understand the difference between commercial policies and maybe flood insurance for an apartment building, you can click up here in the corner and learn more through one of our other videos. My name's Chris Green, and I want to say thank you for watching today's video on commercial flood insurance versus flood insurance.